Hello, everyone. Today I'm here from a very special place. I'm here on day 7 of quarantine in South Korea. And so I get a lot of questions regarding how is the life here inside one of those hotels. And so I decided to make a small video where I'm going to give some general information and give a little room tour. So the first thing to know is that you'll have to do a total of 3 PCR tests. You'll have a first test in your home country in the 72 hours that precedes your flight. You're going to have to do a second PCR test in the 24 hours that follows your arrival in the country, and then you'll do a final test after the 2 weeks quarantine. The quarantine is a hard 2 week, which means you cannot exit your room at all for the next 2 weeks, except to go do a PCR test. Taking care of the logistics of all this quarantine can quickly become a bit complicated. So what most international students are doing is we're using a service called Global ENS. In exchange for roughly 1,300 US dollars, they will provide you with a hotel for two weeks, 3 meals a day, an airport pickup, a taxi shuttle that brings you to and from the PCR test locations, and finally, they're also going to give you a SIM card. The SIM card is actually quite useful because usually as soon as you land, you can buy them at the airport. But this time, since you really have to go straight to your quarantine, it's not an option. So it's a nice touch that they provide this. How is it actually like during quarantine? What's the food like? What are you prohibited from doing? And what kind of space do you have? Food wise, they give you 3 meals a day, and I will say it's really a hit or a miss. Sometimes it's fine, sometimes it's good, but you also have time where you're like, eh, I would rather eat something else, right? So what I recommend you is to bring some snacks if you can in your luggages, but you can also order food from outside. Just get some of those delivery apps ready on your phone, and then yeah, the only problem with that is that you need to keep your trash inside your room for 2 weeks. So make sure you don't buy too much things, or else you'll be living in a pile of trash. That can sound a bit weird for some of you, but what you need to do is once you're done with your meal, you flush it out in the bathroom, and then you rinse it to make sure it doesn't smell, to make sure there's no insect coming in. And yeah, then you pile it. They give you a lot of plastic bags, big bags, so you can, pack it up here and there. Because you cannot exit your room, there's also something else that you need to keep in mind is that you cannot go to a laundromat, you cannot go find a washing machine. Any clothes you have that you want to clean, you'll have to hand wash it in the bathroom. They do not give you detergent, they only give you some soap. So that's another thing you might want to bring. In order to cover what kind of space we're talking about, I think the best thing to do right now is just to take my phone and show you around the room. So let's get to it. This is the real estate we have here. I mean, you have 2 beds, even though you're going to be alone in your room. Little space here where you can put your luggages. Small entrance where you can stretch, work out in front of a mirror here. Sorry for all the trash on the floor. Like I said, you really cannot take your trash out. Here you have a TV with about 70 channels, quite fun, but obviously it's all in Korean. For those of you who can understand, it can be a fun activity to do. You do have Wi-Fi, but I will say the Wi-Fi here is extremely slow, so it's better to just use your SIM card and use your phone as a router if you want to use your laptop. You have a small microwave. Sorry, not a microwave. You have a small fridge, but no microwave. So if you want to heat anything up, you really don't have a way to do that except by using the kettle that they provide. If you want to boil water, make some tea, make some coffee, some ramen, that kind of things. I do have a nice view. I guess I'm lucky here. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the room. If you want to see the bathroom now, it's where you're gonna have to, wash your laundry, throw away your food. So it's not that big. Maybe it looks bigger because I'm using a fisheye, but we're really talking about what 2 meter by 2 meter big max. So not even a 3 square meter bathroom. They give you also a list of rules here. And yeah, this is what your room would look like. So that's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed, and feel free to ask any question in the comments below. Have a good day.